everyone, so in this video today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little coffee cup keychain. These are perfect for your keys, a backpack, in like your rear view mirror, any place you want to put it. With Mother's Day coming up, these are the perfect little thing to give them because all mothers love coffee, don't they? So to make this, you are going to need the silicone mold. Now mine came with 2 pieces. I just cut them apart because I don't always do 2 of them. I ordered this mold from Shein. I will put the link in the description below. It was actually my first time ever ordering molds from Shein, and honestly, I love it. They are so nice and fairly cheap too. Or I'm pretty sure you can find these on Amazon too. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously this mold. You're going to need your epoxy, and you are going to need glitter. For today, I'm going to be using this blue margarita overdrive, and my epoxy that I use is this Pro Marine. I use the tabletop epoxy. I've been using it for about 2 years, never had a problem with it. I would highly recommend it. I will also put a link to that in the description as well. So, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with taking a little medicine cup, which you can also get on Amazon. The link will be in the description, and popsicle sticks that I just get from Walmart. So I'm going to start by taking and doing 15 mLs of A and 15 mLs of B to make 30 mLs combined. Alright, now that has been stirred for 3 minutes and it is all mixed together and clear, you are going to take your glitter. This one is from Glitter and Blanks. It's the Blue Margarita Overdrive. It is so pretty. It's like this purpley color. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of glitter and I'm just going to dump it right into my epoxy. And I am going to stir that in. If some glitter falls out of the side of the cup, that is completely okay. If you want to add more glitter, go ahead and add more. If you want to add less, go ahead and add honestly as much as you really want. I just estimate it. I like to have a lot of glitter in mine because I love glitter. So I'm going to put the cover back on this so it doesn't get tipped over. And after that glitter is stirred in, you only have to stir it for a few seconds. I'm going to take my mold, and what I do is I will take a little 70% isopropyl alcohol, just a little alcohol wipe, and I will just take and wipe out my mold just to get any excess glitter, dust, dirt, anything like that off. So I just wipe it out with that, making sure to get in all the little cracks, crevices, and whatnot. And then, after I get done doing that, I take 91% alcohol and I just spray it. That will help pop any little air bubbles that are going to be stuck under the epoxy. So then I am going to take, and I am just simply going to put that into camera so you guys can see it. And I'm just going to simply dump that epoxy in there. And I'm going to do it slowly and work my way all the way around the mold until it is completely filled up. I'm going to let it set for 12 to 24 hours. 24 hours is preferred. So I will see you guys back in 24 hours. Now that it has been 24 hours, I am going to unmold this. So all I'm going to do is I am simply just going to peel around the edges all the way around. When it comes to the middle, I'm going to just push that little heart piece in while I pull, and I'm going to do the same thing with that little hook up on top, or like the little loop. And you will have like a little bit of that overflow. I just take and I peel it right off, or you can take an X-Acto knife and peel, like cut it off, whatever. It doesn't really get so hard because it is thinner, so that's why I'm able to just pull it off. So after I demold it, there we go, that is what you are left with. So today I'm going to be using the Acrylic Painters. I got these on Amazon. The link will be down below in the description. So for today, I am going to be using a black. in this one you get all these different colors, and I did test them, you know, like to figure out which one, because I actually had one right here that I screwed up. I didn't fill it up enough, and so I just tested it, and I figured that black looked the best for this personally. So I'm going to take the paint marker, and you can kind of see like all of the little ridges up on top, like right there. I'm gonna take and I'm going to color in each one of them. Now that that step is completed, we are going to move on to the next step, which we are going to be putting UV resin over the top of this just to make that glitter pop, and also to seal in that acrylic paint that we just put in them little lines. The UV resin that I am using is this Yahiho. I probably butchered that really bad, but I also got this on Amazon. Again, the link will be down in the bio for it. I absolutely love it. I went through like 5 UV resins before I found this one. All the other ones that I were using just seemed to stay tacky after I set them outside, after they were under UV lights. Like after weeks, they were still tacky no matter what I did. I found this stuff and it has worked for me. So I highly, highly recommend it. The next thing you're also gonna need is a little UV light. Now, I just got this little one from Dollar Tree. It's very little and compact and everything. It just has little legs that you pull out, whatever, and then your little on-off switch. For $1.25, you cannot beat this. I picked up one and I actually went back and picked up 2 more. That is how amazing they are. Like, seriously, for the price, you cannot beat that. So run it to your Dollar Tree and see if they have these. I got these about a month ago, so your Dollar Tree might not have them, but they might still have a couple. So I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna take this and this. So for this, I also have this little tool. Now it came with a like paint dotting set that I got, but it also has this awesome little silicone tip that I use to just spread out my UV resin. Now if you don't have that, this is another alternative. You can go to Dollar Tree and get this embossing tool, and it has like a big ball on one side and a little ball. You can also use this to move that UV resin around as well. This is what I used to use, and seriously, it worked just fine. Or if you have like a silicone spatula like one of these work just as well to spread that UV resin around. Or, you know, you can just put a glove on and use your finger. Any way you want to apply it, you go for it. I'm going to be using this for today's tutorial. So I'm going to take my UV resin and I am just going to put a little bit all around this little piece, like so. And I do use a decent amount just because I like to really make sure that I have everything covered. So I'm going to take my little dotter tool and I'm just going to spread that UV resin all around and making sure that I get around the edges really good. One extra little step that I do is I will take my torch and I will just torch it to get out any of them air bubbles before I put it under the UV light. So I'm just going to torch it quickly, just go back and forth a couple times, and then I'm going to take my UV light and I am just going to let it sit there for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to occasionally check on it, and when it is no longer tacky, I will be back. Alright, so in the process of that one drying, it fell off of my desk and landed on the ground. For the rest of the tutorial, we are going to be using this one. So now that that UV resin is completely cured, it's smooth, it's all around the edges, and it's how you want it, you are going to take this little jump ring. I opened mine up, and then I also have this little ring with like extenders on. So I'm going to take that little jump ring, I hold mine with a little pliers, and I am just going to feed it right through that hole that is already pre-made. I'm going to take this piece and I am just going to assemble it. For extra measures, if you want, you can take a little dab of super glue and put that right on the jump ring where you closed it, just to ensure that it doesn't open if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It all just depends on how I'm feeling. So after you do that, if you want to, your keychain is done. If you like this tutorial, do not forget to subscribe if you have not already. Like this video, and also feel free to leave a comment.